Hello everyone, I'm Patricia. I'll be doing a reading for you today, and it is from Sarah Young's journal called Jesus is Calling. Whenever I read this journal, I always feel like God is speaking directly to me, and it has been quite a blessing. And Sarah has recorded our time spent with God, and God speaks to her directly through her quiet time. And so she has recorded it, and it has been a source of blessing for me. And I just pray that it will be the same for you. And as I read it, I hope you'll hear God's voice and that He'll be speaking to you through me as I read this. And it is my gift to you for 2018. So you may start 2018 with a word from God for your life. Okay? So I'm also going to be sharing from another book called Vitamin C for the Spirit, God's Vitamin C for the Spirit. And also, it's just an excerpt of stories that other ministers have shared about their life and experience that they've had. And I pray that it will encourage you for the year 2018. Okay? Blessings to you. Okay. I am the gift that continuously gives bounteously, with no strings attached. Unconditional love is such a radical concept that even my most devoted followers fail to grasp it fully. Absolutely nothing in heaven, on earth, can cause me to stop loving you. You may feel more loved when you're performing according to your expectations, but my love for you is perfect. Therefore, it is not subject to variations. What does vary is your awareness of my loving presence. When you're dissatisfied with your behavior, you tend to feel unworthy of my love. You may unconsciously punish yourself by withdrawing from me and attributing the distance between us to my displeasure. Instead of returning to me and receiving my love, you attempt to earn my approval by trying harder. All the while, I am aching to hold you in my everlasting arms, to enfold you in my love. When you're feeling unworthy or unloved, come to me, then ask for receptivity to my unfailing love. 1 John 4:15, the readings, Deuteronomy 35:27, and Psalm 13:5. December 27th. I'm preparing you for what is on the road ahead, just around the bend. Take time to be still in my presence so that I can strengthen you. The busier you become, the more you need this time apart with me. So many people think that time spent with me is a luxury they can't afford. As a result, they live and work in their own strength until that becomes depleted. Then they either cry out to me for help or turn away in bitterness. How much better it is to walk close to me, depending on my strength and trusting me in every situation. If you live in this way, you will do less but accomplish far more. Your unhurried pace of living will stand out in this rush-crazed age. Some people may say you lazy, but many more will be blessed by your peacefulness. Walk in the light with me, and you will reflect me to the watching world. Isaiah 64:4, John 15:5, Psalm 36:9. December 28. I am your refuge and strength, an ever-present help in trouble. Therefore, you don't need to be afraid of anything, not even cataclysmic circumstances. The media are increasingly devoted to fear-inducing subject matter: terrorism, serial killers, environmental catastrophes. If you focus on such dangers and forget that I am your refuge in all circumstances, you will become increasingly fearful. Every day I manifest my grace in countless places and situations. But the media take no notice. I shower not only blessings, but also outright miracles on your planet. As you grow closer to me, I open your eyes to see more and more of my presence all around you. Things that most people hardly notice, like shifting shades of sunlight, fill you with heart-bursting joy. You have eyes that see and ears that hear. So, proclaim my abiding presence in the world. Psalm 46, 1-3, Psalm 89, 15. Trust me with every fiber of your being. What I can accomplish in and through you is proportional to how much you depend on me. One aspect of this is the degree of which you trust me in a crisis or major decision. Some people fail miserably here, while others are at their best in tough times. Another aspect is even more telling: the constancy of your trust in me. People who rely on me in the midst of adversity may forget about me when life is flowing smoothly. Difficult times can jolt you into awareness of your need for me, whereas smooth sailing can lull you into the stupor of self-sufficiency. I care as much about your tiny trust steps through daily life as about your dramatic leaps of faith. You may think that no one notices, but the one who is always beside you sees everything and rejoices. Consistently trusting in me is vital to flourishing in my presence. Psalm 44, Psalm 56, 3-4, Psalm 62, 8, Isaiah 26, 3-4. December 30th. I'm leading you along a way that is uniquely right for you. The closer to me you grow, the more fully you become your true self, the one I designed you to be. Because you are one of a kind, the path you are traveling with me diverges increasingly from that of other people. However, in my mysterious wisdom and ways, I enable you to follow this solitary path while staying in close contact with others. In fact, the more completely you devote yourself to me, the more freely you can love people. Marvel at the beauty of life intertwined with my presence. Rejoice as we journey together in intimate communion. Enjoy adventure of finding yourself through losing yourself in me. 2 Corinthians 17, Ephesians 2:2, Ephesians 2:10, 1 John 4:7-8, John 15:4. December 31st. As this year draws to a close, receive my peace. This is still your deepest need, and I, your Prince of Peace, long to pour myself in your neediness. My abundance and your emptiness are a perfect match. I design you to have no sufficiency of your own. I created you as a jar of clay, set apart for sacred use. I want you to be filled with my very being, permeated through and through with peace. Thank me for my peaceful presence, regardless of your feelings. Whisper my name in loving tenderness. My peace, which lives continuously in your spirit, will gradually work its way through your entire being. Isaiah 9:4, Isaiah 9:6, 2 Corinthians 4:7, John 14:26-27. Now I'll be reading from an excerpt from God's Vitamin C for the Spirit by Kathy Collard Miller and D. Larry Miller. And it's a short story, and it says, "Thanks for nothing." My brother once said that the trouble with being an atheist is that when your motorcycle plunges off a cliff into the Colorado River and you aren't killed, there's no one to thank. I am a Christian, but sometimes I forget to thank God for the things that haven't happened. Not this year. I am grateful for the accidents that I wasn't involved in, the illnesses that never developed, and the times I could have been smugged but wasn't. I'm thankful for my house didn't burn down when I left the iron on for 5 hours. I'm thankful that when we left the garage door up all night, nothing was taken. I thank God for the time our neighbors found the convicted rapist outside our bathroom window before he could get into the house. I'm thankful that the phone call in the middle of the night was a wrong number and not someone calling to tell us about a death in a family. I'm thankful for the times my husband insisted we talk over our problems out when I didn't want to, when it would have been easier to run away. I'm thankful I don't have to work outside my home, that I'm available when my children's friends need a place to come or a friend to talk to. Although living on one of the most dangerous earthquake faults in the world has increased my faith, I thank God we don't have to worry about avalanches, tornadoes, volcanoes, mudslides, or floods. I am grateful now that God kept us from overseas missions and for showing me that Southern California is a mission field too. I thank God for all the times I have tripped over my son's book bag and couldn't find a place for the margarine in the fridge door because my daughter had filled it with bottles of nail polish. Because these remind me that I have a family that's made me happy. I'm thankful for the night the baby wouldn't let me sleep. When his sobs finally quieted, my exasperation turned to peace, and we rocked gently, and we rocked sleepily together in the moonlight, his downy head against my cheek. I'm thankful that I did not know how to drive when I was a young mother, when it took all morning to walk a toddler to the grocery store and back. I thank God for the caterpillars and the colored pebbles that I wouldn't have noticed if my son hadn't pointed them out. I'm grateful my mother didn't live near enough to help. I wrote to her instead, preserving memories of every new frustration and delight with my children, memories otherwise forgotten. Ever since my daughter nearly sheared off her fingertip in the bathroom door, I'm thankful for every uneventful day. I am glad I have someone to thank. Written by Jessica Shaver. What do you have to be thankful for? And as those of us who are Christians who believe in God, I just hope that we do not take God for granted. And in the coming year and onward, that we always remember to thank Him even for the little things. Not just for the big things. He's always there. He loves our gratefulness and our praise. And He is deserving of it. And many a times He has saved us from a lot of things that we are not even aware of. You know, sometimes we get delayed and we are complaining, and He could have saved us from an accident. I have a lot to be thankful for. God has spared my life in 2018. And He has continuously been talking to me and protecting me and blessing me. I have so much to be thankful for. And I just want to thank Him. Father God, I just thank You for Your love. Thank You for keeping all of us through 2018. Through 2017. And those of us who have lived to see 2018, I pray a blessing. I pray that we are blessed in our lying down or rising up or going out and our coming in. And that, Father God, that we'll never forget You and that we'll always remember that You are the light of our life. And we just want to say thank You. In Jesus' name, amen. Lord, I love You.